So we're against someone who was 14-5. No idea what his name means. Let's find out. So I think marksman specialization actually did quite a lot of work for me last game. Speed with Fang and Sledgehammer isn't bad. They're both good units, but that would be quite an aggressive pick and I have to play quite forward, a bit like my opponent did last game. Supply is kind of the safe pick here. Elite specialization, great unit. I struggle with balls. I never quite get them to work for me. Rhino specialist, nah. So it's supply specialist here. Right, now. Marksman specialist with marksman as well. Wow, okay. So he is super marksman. And tanks. So he's expecting me to go heavy crawler or something similar to try and get through the marksman. Is he right? He possibly is, because he buys crawlers to match and slow down my crawlers while his tanks chew through me. I think this is going to be a slightly weird turn. I think I unlock Mustang, but then buy crawlers. And positioning, do I like any of these recommended formations? We're trying to use the crawlers as impact rather than delay, so I like the Stormcaller positioning. It would counter a direct Stormcaller placement here if the opponent ever did it. They're far enough apart that the ion cannon, when it tracks across, yes, it could potentially kill both, but it would take an age to get there and it's very easy to shield them. And by then they've normally moved because they don't tend to go for range. But I think the change here is going to be these crawlers. I want them to arrive at the same time as the other crawlers. So I want the crawlers to actually be impact crawlers, not just distraction crawlers. I want these crawlers to actually do work. So I'm going to need to upgrade them soon, get mechanical rage on them, and we're going to put either balls in front of them, even though balls aren't great into snipers, or we're going to go Mustang behind them. Okay, he went extra unit of tanks, interesting. Yeah, I must admit, I was not expecting extra unit of tanks. Where's his level 3 marksman? Wait, did he sell his marksman? Yeah, he sold his level 3 marksman and then bought more. Interesting. So he's thinking about pivoting. Or was he worried about giving me experience? I was not expecting to do that. What I'll do is I'll do a fast turn next turn and see what he's doing, in case he's doing some cheese. I'd like to see how he's playing it. I need these crawls to kill this building, please. Faster, boys. Never mind. Didn't want the building dead anyway, don't worry about it. Ah, dear. Disaster. It's fine. The snipers get some experience, we get some experience. Hopefully we kill a couple of snipers to reduce the amount of damage we take. Okay, we killed one of them, so we only take 200 damage. Not a big deal. Right, fast turn. He's going tanks. His tanks have probably a portable shield coming up. They don't have armor as an option, so Mustangs are on the table. I do like Mustangs, even into tank. Portable shield, redeployment, enhancement module. I want to be fast here. I think we're going Wasp Swarm. And Mustangs, the Mustangs I want to be slightly behind, these guys on the flank. Then Wasp Spawn, I'll have them come in on this side from far away. Or from close. From close, I want them to get onto Sniper. He played Wasp Center, that's fine. He's got Arclight, okay, makes sense. My anti-Wasp stuff is far out on the flanks, so it's actually a good position for him. I really thought he'd go Energy Shield, because he's got tanks. It's fine. We killed the building, he kills our units. These units don't get the XP, so it doesn't matter. Okay, we've cleared his stuff. We win this, assuming this building survives. Because these guys will kill the wasps, and these guys will distract. And these guys will destroy the ground units. So yeah, I'm being a bit over-reliant on Mustangs lately. Why did he go Arclight? I guess just because they're not crawlers I showed. But doesn't matter. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing? Deployment specialist, barrier, strike specialist, improved melting point. It's too early in the game for improved melting point. Often you'll get shown the same cards again. So the priority is what do I want this turn, and this turn I want deployment specialist. Strike specialist is great. It really is one of the best cards in the game. Even though it's free and it shows up at level 1, because it lets you do flank plays much safer. It's only effective for the turn where you drop the units, because they only teleport in that turn. From then onwards, they're already present. Which is quite a good system, I think. The barrier is really strong, but I don't have any unit that could use it. And if I was picking, it would be Fortress versus these guys, or Melting Point versus these guys. Neither of which are great picks into what looks to be a carry sniper attempt. Or is this an Arclight carry attempt? No, he's only got soft carry options, he doesn't have the charge shot, so he's going util there. Okay. I'm doing Deployment Specialist and getting 3 units of Mustangs. So I'm going Heavy Mustang here, which is a little bit risky. A missile here could cause me problems, but I'm not too worried. And that gives me great anti-air options, and then I can tech them up whichever direction I want to take them. Which is probably going to be damage and range, most likely. We can swarm his stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with this. So I'm being very slow between my turns because I'm vocalizing my thought process, which does slow me down, so sorry about that. I know it can be frustrating for people who can see my clear line of play and know what I'm going to pick before I even pick it. But I'm talking through different options and considering different options as well. These guys might need range, because I need something to destroy these Arclights. He's going to take arm on the Arclights. It's potentially a problem for me. Yeah, so my Mustangs weren't able to do enough there, because they don't have enough damage or range as yet. But that's okay, so this is just a building round. Shame we're giving him the experience rather than getting experience ourselves, but that's okay. Right, he's got snipers, he hasn't upgraded anything as yet. Improved fortress, it always tempts me because it's one of the best, being able to use fortresses aggressively, but I'm taking Lightning Storm. Sorry. Spoilers. I think killing off one side so I can take the tower is probably more important than trying to do a midline play and take both sides. I want to kill off his sniper and Arclight as kind of the key things here. Yeah, let's do that. Upgrade these guys. These guys need range. The problem with range on Stormcallers is they're very inaccurate, and the longer the range the shot they take, the more inaccurate it feels. I'm not sure, I've not done a lot of testing as yet, but it feels like they're less accurate, less able to hit targets, because the target has longer to move and change positions while it's picking the shot off. Which is why you'll have to see people take launcher frequency, which lowers the distance travelled. So I'm actually not going to upgrade those, I'm actually going to focus on my Mustangs, and I think the issue with the Mustangs was they were too close. It could be damage as well, because a single upgrade on armor, and I've got no actual outgoing damage apart from the Stormcallers. I think we do take the range. Yeah, range is the right choice then. Makes sense, I should have thought about shields. I keep playing just my side of the board, not the opponent's side of the board as well. We're thankfully leveled up, they can survive a single lightning blast. And we're kind of lucky with these guys walking away and not getting struck twice. Yeah, we got lucky there. Can't rely on luck there. I need these Mustangs to go and destroy this building and not get stuck on. He hasn't taken the armor on the Arclights, that's interesting. I'm very tempted just to go to the skies and force him to go anti-air rather than force him to go armor. It's Crawler. The Stormcallers can't shoot it because it's too close. It looks so goofy when they just walk past each other. Alright, so... Ooh, right. He's going to Incendiary Bomb, so I need to get 3 shields. Do I want to Incendiary Bomb is the return question. I'd have to use it further back so that my own units don't walk over it. Yes, I do want to Incendiary Bomb. And I would do it about here. I want it to cover completely this midline, if possible. So I want all his crawls to walk over it, which is more like this. This. I'll slightly angle it to the right so the sniper gets caught by it as well. Because he's going to walk forward and still get caught in the tip of it. Alright, and then damage-wise, I need to add another layer to my attack. The Stormcallers are doing work, being honest. You can see with the damage numbers, top and second. So I might just get some more Stormcallers and then upgrade everything else. But no, shield. Shield, shield, shield. We know he's going to put Incendiary on one side. That will buy me some time to get up to the front, and we might lose either flank, but that's okay. I still need some more units. I'm going to take some more Stormcallers for sure. Where do I want them? Do I want them in the midline? I kind of do, because often people get a single giant unit and throw it in the midline. And then missile these tanks. Nice. So we'll lose a couple of units, but not much. In fact, we don't lose anything. He loses a ton. Good stuff. So this should be an easy win now. If we don't win this round, then it shows we've got fundamental flaws with our game plan. I need to get damage in these Mustangs. They're not principally Deeps units, I say. Despite the Stormcallers being the ones we get. Hey, we got our first spectator. Right, and he thinks I'm going to win. Nice. It's always a confidence booster. Because they're putting their insight onto the line. Which is the... Ooh, all of these are good choices. He takes speed. Would a Rhino be a good pick here? Not into this many snipers, really. If I had a way of dealing with the snipers or distracting the snipers, looking at the crawlers... No, I've over-indexing on Rhinos after having some success on the ranked ladder with them. I think the choice here is speed specialization. Almost every day of the week. Now, we need to add more... That was weird, I was clicking for ages. I must be lagging a bit. Right. I've got wasps to come in, he's got wasps to come in. I'd like to get damage on these guys, which costs 400. That'll leave me with another 400, which will be 2 more units of Stormcallers. And I am okay with that. And these Stormcallers can go on the flanks. They'd be too far forward at risk of being missiled. Extreme flank, slightly more midline, slightly more midline. Easy to shield. Do I do vertical? I think I do vertical, actually. So a single ion beam doesn't kill everything. I'm okay with this. And then wasps. I'm going to do defensive wasps this time. So they come in late. So we'll have cleared off. Nice! So they're scary, and they eat rockets, but rockets eat them as well. So they're just not going to last very long. Not going to get levels very quickly, and I ideally play Stormcallers already waiting for them, so... Cannot complain. He's still not got armor. Anything. So my Mustangs are doing work. Stormcallers are doing work. It feels good. A little bit worried that we've lost our midline Mustangs, but they're picking it up. He's gone Stormcallers as well. Does he have any tech on them? Not yet. I think I need to go Stormcaller range now. Because the enemy units are quite slow. I don't want my Stormcallers to walk much further forward. But we're going for a knockout blow. A knockout blow is probably going to be Overlords. Because he's going to over-index and try to protect these guys. He's got a missile at the back. I guess he was expecting my swarm to be at the back. I think this is an Overlord turn. This is an Overlord turn. Do I put Nano Repair Kit or anything? Not really. None of these are relevant to my game plan. Whereas money will always be relevant to my game plan right now. So my plan here is Overlord. Just 2. Slot them in between these guys. We go for Photon Emission. We take temporary money, temporary range. We upgrade key units being Stormcallers, and whichever of these guys did the most damage last turn, these guys. Oh, I should have gone for these Stormcallers as well, doesn't matter. Missiles, can missiles help me here? I think a missile could help me here. If you do it right here at the start, it might kill these midline Stormcallers, because it'll hit these tanks as these guys walk forward. I haven't taken range on my Stormcallers, which was probably an oversight. But I'm happy with this. This looks solid. Oh, he sold them! And used a deployment specialist to move those guys back. He's got ranged tanks, okay. Wow, he's trying to go tank carry. Interesting. That's annoying, because these guys protect these guys. In fact, this guy might be closer than this guy. Yep, it's fine. But we've taken to the skies, and his anti-air is just the snipers. The overlords do a lot of damage to the tanks. I could do with giving them range though, so they sit further back from the snipers, because you see the snipers are just chunking them immediately. A lot of the overlord's power is in that shield bubble they give out at the start of the round, which is kind of invisible power, which means everything survives more and lasts longer. And this is an overlord fight. He's got 260 health. He's in trouble unless he wins this round. Right. Yeah, he's in trouble here. There's my water bottle falling over. Hope you didn't hear that. Right, lessons to learn from this game. This was a very simple game plan. This was Crawler, Stormcaller, Mustang. And my opponent didn't do the standard response. I was expecting Vulcan response to force me into Phoenix, or force me into Overlord slightly earlier, or force me into Stormcaller range, or tanks with armor. Just some adaptation, but my opponent never did the standard play, so I never had to make any major adaptation. I think his big play was the Fortress pickup, but I'm not quite sure why he went Fortress. I think instead of Fortress, if he'd gone Vulcan at the front, yes, they'd have died quicker even than these Fortresses died, because they've got less health. But they would have killed off my Crawlers, which would have let the tanks and the snipers shine sooner. And I think his Stormcallers came in a little bit late. I think my Stormcallers were very, very powerful. I was lucky to get them offered to me at the start of the game, so I cannot complain. Anything that I would change? I think I should have gone Stormcaller range sooner, so they could start having an impact immediately. Once he got Stormcallers, I should have gone Mobile Beacon with a Crawler set to distract them. That was a oversight. Didn't really think about it at the time, and money was always tight. The Mustangs carried with only 2 upgrades, which is okay, because each time you buy an upgrade, it costs an extra 200 more. And you don't want to go too deep into the upgrade tree, because you see the price increase. Like, these 2 upgrades, 300, 200 normally, but it's actually cost me 400, so that was 700 to get these 2, but then to get the third one, it's an extra 700 on top, and then this one would cost 900. So it's very hard to get a single unit all the way up the top of the tech tree, unless you're really committed, like Super Carry Arclight or something. And that's normally done when you get cheap Arclights, and you've already got lots of Arclights to begin with. I think I'm happy with that. That was a good game. See how much combat power we gained. We gained 200 that time. Okay, so the game expected me to win that. Because tournament games give you double. So it gave me what is effectively 100, I think. Let's see, how's the rest of the tournament doing?